Hey guys, Maszilla here. I haven't thought of a good Easter special, so I decided to do a behind the scenes video of Thomas Line versus Maszilla. This is technically also a spoiler, so I recommend watching the versus battle first before watching this video. So yeah, in this video I'm going to be going over some things I changed in the video, some things I have to fix, and some things I just want to bring up because yes. So yeah, sit down, relax, and enjoy this video.
Oh my god.
I spent so much time trying to fix this one problem, like you have no idea. I have to export the video several times to try and fix the audio. But yeah, it's only those two sound effects that do not seem to want to cooperate. Like, they play a few seconds early, but when I put it a few seconds back, it just did not work for some reason. So I just straight up gave up trying to fix the problem. And like I said, too much time was spent trying to fix the problem. The battle music for this first part is used from one of Ruby's rhythms that she made during this week, so yeah. In this first part, I was supposed to walk away after hitting Thomas Line into the rock with the dropkick ability, but I just figured that might be a little like I don't know how to explain it, but I felt like it was just a little too awkward, so I just decided to just have him just still looking at it when Thomas powers up. And about the scene where Thomas is punching Myosi Relentless, it's kind of an obvious reference to Small HD. I know. Me referencing that one godforsaken video game. Don't ask why I'm still doing it. And yeah, I know the sound effects are not aligned with the footage properly, which I do apologize for that. Like, I can't find anything better at the time, so I had to kind of resort to something different. I'm just not risking any chances of basically the footage getting backed up, if you know what I mean. If you've seen that Mogira vs. Godzilla 1998 video and the Thomas Line tries to kill me video. Fun fact, I actually got stuck here for a little while trying to figure out what to do. Don't ask why. There was supposed to be a joke here where my OC would say, nah, it's probably nothing, and then text would appear that would say, did bro seriously break the fourth wall without TNG's permission? But I kind of felt like that was a little too long, so I didn't feel like it, so I did remove the joke altogether. However, it's still kind of a nod to it that my OC just looks at the camera, confused of what the heck is going on. By the way, this is what the joke would have looked like if I did put it in the video.
That's probably nothing.
About this part, the original plan of this was that I would look back at the camera, and then I would look back on Thomas Line, and then he would be more closer to my OC. Like, that was the original plan. I did not do it because it was too scary, to be quite honest. I think it would probably creep out some people. Fun fact, some of the ideas I had for the battle originally changed ever since Ruby made that one post going over Thomas Line's secret ability, which I gotta really say, Thomas could really look like he could beat the corruption now. This whole scene was actually a reference to an actual movie, and there was actually supposed to be some footage sliced between the moments, which let me show you what I'm talking about. Yeah. There was originally supposed to be footage from Godzilla Final Wars where Godzilla is breaking free from Kaiser Ghidorah. I ended up removing that for two reasons. One, just so I don't get a yellow copyright sign, which is something I really don't want that to happen on the Versus battle at the time. And the second reason is it felt a little too unfair for Thomas Line, to say the least, so that's why I also cut it out. When Ruby revealed that post with Thomas Line's secret ability, I decided to bring back Maszilla Rex. It's been quite a while since this form of my OC have been used ever since BMG War on Haters, which of course that video is no longer on YouTube, and I don't ever have plans re-uploading that, nor remaking it at the moment, so yeah, I thought I would give you that. Fun fact, I was really impressed how smooth this part was. Another story here, this video, obviously this ability by Thomas Line is another Smile HD reference. Jeez, I keep referencing that godforsaken video. But yeah, he was supposed to fly in the air and then charge it up. And then there was also supposed to be a joke here as well, where Maszilla would go thermonuclear in his Pibby mode. He would like spin a whole 360 degrees, charging it up, and then he will say, "Let's fucking go." Like, you could probably tell what reference I'm talking about there. But due to the amount of time I had left making the video before today, I kind of had to cut that out. But again, it would be pretty darn crazy. My Rex form actually has the ability to charge up energy, which it's no problem in my Godzilla form, but in my Pibby form, my OC has to use it wisely, because if he charges too much, it can have a good chance that my Pibby OC could explode. So, yeah. And this is the main reason why you don't see my Pibby mode in thermonuclear, because the body is not powerful enough to handle the amount of power thermonuclear has. So I figured I would share that as well. Yeah, that beam is just as powerful as Thomas's, so there's that. Fun fact, my OC was originally supposed to change back after when the explosion occurred between that beam clash, but I decided to just make it where my Rex would transform back to regular after when the smoke cleared. The whole hospital idea was Ruby's crew's idea, which I was actually struggling trying to figure out what to do for the ending. And then when Ruby's crew suggested where me and Thomas Line would end up at the hospital after, I just took it and just ran with it. The doctor will be here in a while. Alright. Also, mind if I ask, Astropib, how bad is the situation? Well, from far as I can tell, Thomas Line did damage Mazilla's healing system, so he kinda lost that. The worst thing is, they both suffered brain damage.
Son of a the end.
And about the ending, like, I just felt it was a little too awkward trying to make a doctor-like character, so instead of actually making a doctor character or like one of my already existing characters working at the hospital, I just had I just took Astro Pibby and just used her as a character that checks if everything is alright, if you know what I mean. And at the end, it was an idea I actually had where TNG would just almost swear and then it would just cut to some text saying the end. I just thought it was just funny to do it. Anyways, guys, that's the entire video and behind the scenes. And there was some issues I did actually have to fix, like during that whole beam clash scene, Thomas Line's hair was actually visible, so I actually had to go back and remove it. Remove Thomas Line's heads out of the shot so his hair are not in the shot, which I will show you real quickly what I'm talking about. In fact, that was not the only thing I had to fix. When Maszilla was about to get bited by those 3 tendrils that Thomas Line sent, um, the blood on my tail is not there, and I had to go back and fix it. I am also going to let you guys know that I forgot to mention about Maszilla Rex that I was originally planning to use the Godzilla version of my PBOC before I decided to use Maszilla Rex. So yeah, that's all the behind the scenes of Thomas Line vs. Maszilla. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Maszilla. I'm out.